We are live. Welcome to Annie's Flock Weekly Live. My name is Annie, and today I am with Miss Olive here. Step up. Good job. Olive, my Black Cape Conure. And today's Weekly Live, the special topic that we're going to be talking about is the biting issue with parrots. And I thought of bringing Olive. Let's have a little bit of chaos on that live. Because Olive, my Black Cape Conure here, although she is the sweetest, she's actually the one that bit me the most. And she's the only one of all my birds that bit my daughter. Yeah, you. She's very sweet. She's fully tamed and can do all kinds of tricks. But she's the one that bit me the most. So I thought it would be maybe appropriate to bring her in the live. So we'll see how chaotic this is going to become. I've been training her just a little bit before the live. So she's a little bit in training mode and waiting for a cue to get a treat. But while we're waiting to get some people on the live, I just want to quickly remind you guys that I'm going live every Saturday from 10 to 10:30 morning Pacific time. Do you want to come here? Okay. And every week we have a different topic, and about 24 to 48 hours before. So usually it's on the Thursday, but it could be also on the Friday. I'm going to post a poll, and I actually do post a poll under the post tab, and you can vote for the topic that you want me to talk about during the next weekly live. And I do the same thing on my Instagram, Annie's Flock Instagram story. Oh my gosh, you want treats, eh? That's what you want. Okay, come on. Want to step up? Step up. Good job. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, you'll see in the description box of the live and the replay the link for Annie's Flock Instagram page. All right. So let's start with topic for today's live, which is the biting issue with those little babies. Come here. Oh, it's a topic that is actually more complex. It's an issue that is more complex than people might think, because there's so many things that we can talk about regarding biting issues. But biting with parrots is natural behavior. So, you know, that flight or flight response that talk in humans, well, in birds, it's very well alive, let's just say. So the fight response would be to fight, and flight, well, guess what? It's to fly away, right? Biting, and the other thing also is their beak. They use their beak for so many different things. So depending on what type of bite you get, depending on the situation, the environment, the age of the parrot, the body language, they can bite for so many different reasons. And we can't really stop that natural behavior, but we can avoid it. But in order to avoid it, you need to understand why the bird bit in the first place. And then after the fact, then you can modify some of your own behavior or environment or whatever the case may be to avoid to get that bite again, specific situation. The other thing is, people think that if they punish their bird, they will stop biting. Parrots do not understand punishment. They do not. They're so smart that, and they have their own You just pooped on my floor. I'm going to have to clean that up after the live, eh? Yes. I got distracted. What was I saying? What was I saying? By the way, if you have any questions, please put that in the chat, and I will answer those questions regarding biting issues to the best of my knowledge. Because again, it's such a complex issue. Oh, okay. You really want treats, eh? Okay, you want to come here? Come on, step up, baby. Do you want a treat? Come on, step up. Come on, step up. Good job. Okay, I'm going to give you a treat. But the thing is, I think the magic word is to try to avoid the bite. So to be proactive about it. And in order to do that, you have to really know your parrot, observe their body language, because again, from one breed to another one, they have typical body language, but from a bird to another one, even if they're from the same breed, they'll have different body language as well, depending on their history, how they've been raised, what kind of environment they've been before you, if they had a previous owner, depending on are they clipped or not. I mean, this is a whole topic on itself, but one thing is usually on clipped birds tend to bite more than unclipped birds because they don't have that flight option as much. Even if they're slightly clipped, that they can still fly, they usually don't, especially if they're bigger birds, they will not trust their ability to fly effectively. Some bigger parrots will even refuse to fly because they don't trust themselves and they're scared to be hurt. So their response to something that they're scared of or don't like is going to be to bite. Okay, do you want to come here? Come on. Okay, come on, baby. Step up. Okay. Okay. If you want a treat, you need. Okay. Good job. You're going to get another treat. She's really in training mode right now. Yes. So you're distracting me. I don't know if that was a good idea to have you on the live, baby girl. I'm losing my train of thought. No, I didn't tell you to say, okay, you want to spin? Spin. Good job, baby. Good job. You did great. Good job. Okay. What else did I want to say? Yes. So I think the secret to this is to try to understand why your bird bit you in the first place. So if I take example on my conure, that she's the one that bit me the most, even though she's the sweetest little thing. I'm going to give you some examples. So one time she bit me out of nowhere. She was on the van and I was doing my thing and I put on my reading glasses and she literally, I don't know if you saw, she doesn't like my reading glasses. Did you see how she moved away, right? And then I'm going to remove them and she's going to slowly appear. She doesn't like my reading glasses. Now, I've been doing some training with her to desensitize her so that she doesn't get as scared, because she was so scared at that time that she literally flew to me and bit me because she likes me and she wanted to protect me. It was a way for her to say, hey, you have something in your face that is dangerous. You need to remove this. So it wasn't a bite. It wasn't an aggressive bite. It was a I'm worried about you bite. Like, wake up, girl. You have something dangerous in your face. And I didn't realize this right away. At first, I was just like, what is happening with you? Why are you doing this? So, and I removed my reading glasses because I was talking to her. And then her body language completely changed. So I was like, okay, come on. that's interesting. So what I did is what's in the environment that could have caused this? Well, I had my glasses on, I removed my glasses, and then the body language changed. So what I did is I took my glasses and I moved my glasses close to her to see how she would react. And then right away, she was just walking away. So I understood that, okay, she's scared of those guys. And that's why she bit me. So I did some training with her, targeting her closer to the glasses so that she can understand that there's no threat. It's not an issue. You really want to train, eh, baby? Okay, come on, step up. That it wasn't an issue. Good job. So sometimes they don't necessarily bite because they're angry or they're aggressive or whatever. Sometimes it's because they're scared of something, and sometimes it's to protect you because you have something close to you or on you, and they're trying to tell you something and say, hey, this is dangerous. So yes, so it's just because you like me, right, that you actually bit me. But it's to understand all these things. Now, other situations that she bit my daughter a few times. So my daughter is a little bit older, so she's not home really often. She's now a young adult. So, and then the two times that actually she bit her, Olive was on me, and then my daughter just walked in and started like talking and being loud and making a lot of noise. And my daughter has a lot of earrings, and she had her ponytail. So all those earrings were flashy, moving around, and she flew to her and bit her ear. So really it's, sometimes, especially conure, I find sometimes they're a little bit of a one person type of bird. And if they don't get socialized a lot, come on, then they can become either jealous or annoyed with these people when they're around. So if this happens, if you have a bird that is biting always the same person and they actually fly to these people and they bite them, either it's like everybody in the household except you, or it's one person in particular that is targeted by the parrot, I would say the best thing is to engage this person into doing some trainings and giving them their favorite treats. So a good way to do that. So my daughter is a little bit scared of mine because obviously she got bit pretty hard. Okay, come on. So one thing that you can do is if the bird is there in their cage, you just leave your parrot in the cage, and then you do target training. So they just ask them to touch a target through the bars, and then they give them a reward. And because they have that protection of the cage, first, the human that is scared and got bit by the parrot has that protection. Okay, you really want to train. And then they give a reward. So what happens is that your parrot is going to start associating this person to something positive. So less chance to get annoyed by this person and wanting to bite that person. I'm trying to entertain Olive right now because she's really in training mode. And I don't want her to get annoyed with me. Yes, right? So this is a way that you can do this with someone that is being targeted by your parrot in your house. What else happens, little lady? I mean, obviously, when she hit a year and a half, I want to say, she started getting and then when they become, so one thing, okay, let's explain this real quick. There's a lot of people that get conures. Okay, so these guys, this is a black Cape conure, but it's very similar to a green cheek conure in size. It's a little bit smaller, I think, than a green cheek conure. Actually, the tail is shorter than a green cheek. But it's very similar in size and in behavior as well. Yeah, good job. And in behavior as well. And they are very cuddly parrots. This is just how they are. Like if I put my hand like this, oh no, are you wanting to do this? No, you're in training mode. But sometimes if I just put, she's saying bye-bye. Okay, good job. She's really in training mode. Sometimes she'll just cuddle like inside my hand. Come here, step up. Okay. She likes to cuddle here also, like this, but now she's in training mode. So did you see how she just nipped at my nose like this? She was just telling me, yeah, I don't want to be there. And then there was like a little, like she was just, if I don't listen to this and this is what I want her to cuddle me and I don't listen to what she's saying, she's going to get annoyed. And it's not going to be just a little nip. It's going to be a full-on bite because I'm not listening. I'm not listening to what she's saying. Now, the other thing that can happen is that if you never listen, then they will stop giving you warning signs in their body language and they will go straight up to biting. A really hard thing to break. Oh my gosh, no, directly into the treat thing. Come here, baby. Come here. Okay. You're a funny little thing today. Okay, so what I wanted to say about this is that people are getting those little baby cuddly conures, and I'm going to talk by experience as well. I've heard this from other people, but yeah, I know, baby. Okay, spin. Good job. I'm going to talk about experience because when I got this little one, she was 8 weeks old and she was a cuddly little conure. She was sleeping on me. She was just the sweetest little thing. I could do almost anything that I wanted with her without any issues. The problem with that is that for a full year, this is how you're doing things with your bird. And then when they hit puberty or maturity or whatever, and the hormones are kicking in, they become an individual with their own mind. Tim, good job. And then they start, and the progression is very quick. They go from being a little baby to a full-on adult parrot. And then when you do something that they don't want, and they feel force, they're just going to bite you. Because they have that relationship with you that they're not actually really scared of you. So they almost see you as an equal. So if they're annoyed with something that you're doing, then they're just going to bite you. And if you still push through this and you force them to either go in their cages when they don't want to, whatever the case may be, they'll bite you. And this is going to become a vicious cycle that it's really hard to break. If it does happen and at some point your bird is biting you all the time and you cannot control it, you have to do a reset that I call. Okay, come on, baby, come on. Okay, you come here, baby. Come on. Okay, good job. This is a reset that I call. So what you need to do is to treat your bird as if their first day in your house. You don't know anything about that bird. You don't know the history, nothing. So you're fearing the bird a little bit because you don't know if you're going to get bit or whatever. So you're building trust from zero, as if you have no history with that bird. And for me, a good way to do this is to not handle the bird at all and to just do target training to have them move around with the target. Okay, come here, baby. Come here. Good job. And then you reestablish your oh my gosh, I'm looking for my words. Your relationship with your parrot from ground zero. And then you build from there. But it's a really difficult cycle to break if your bird just gets fully annoyed with you because they felt forced for a very long time to do things that they didn't want. You can't force a bird to do something they don't want to. They have a mind of their own, really. And then, like I said, they don't understand punishment either. So that's just going to make them more angry and wanting them to bite you even more. A bird that is scared of you, like for example, my Indian ringneck, she was really scared of people. I want to say she actually never flew to me to bite me. She would rather fly away. So her flight response is bigger than her fight response, if you will. Having said that, if she feels, my Indian ringneck, if she feels or felt trapped and she doesn't have the ability to fly away, she'll lunge at me and try to bite me. But in her case, I feel like it's always more so like a warning sign. She never actually bit me and hold on to my skin. It was always like a pinch, like always, okay, you really want to come here. You really like those treats, eh? Okay, spin. Good job, baby. Good job. What else can I say about the biting issue there? What other reasons they can bite? I mean, for her, it's mostly that. And then anything hormonal, when they get really, really hormonal, you just have to try to break that, which is make sure your parrot has 12 hours of sleep. So in the dark, non-interrupted. So in a really quiet space or room that they don't get waking up in the middle of the night or whatever. That's really important. And then be careful with any fat food. So I would say no seeds, no nuts as their regular diet, only for training purposes. Lots of veggies. What else? Be careful how you manipulate your parrot. Where you touch your parrot, you should only touch your parrot on the head like this. I don't know if you can see. Just move her up a little bit. Oh, hi! We can see you now. So on the head, like they're giving a little bit. Anywhere else on the body can be interpreted by your bird by you're trying to mate with your bird, which is not a good thing. So yeah, and it can trigger a hormonal response, and then they just get frustrated and then they can just bite out of nowhere. So yeah, 12 hours of sleep, really good diet, non-fat, that really helps. Yes, and be careful how you touch your bird. No stroking like this on their back. That's the worst. Okay, you want to come here? Come on, baby. Now, if I take my Indian ringneck example, I'm just looking at the time. Let's see. Okay, 23 minutes. Still have a little bit of time. Reasons why she was biting. I haven't been bit by her in a very long time, but at first I couldn't even put my hand in her cage for changing her water in the bowl. If she was close to me or even like far away, she would just lunge on me and try to bite. So yes, okay, come here. Come here, baby. Come here. Good job. I'm running out of treats now because you're really in training mode, eh? Her story, total different story than Olive here. So Lucy, my Indian ringneck, I adopted her. She was already about 7 years old. I didn't have a lot of history. I didn't really know her past. Beside the fact that she was a breeding bird that got rejected by the male, oh, you're so cute. Oh my God. Oh, let's try something. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, you guys, I'm going to cut, but she made me think that, come. I want her to do like a full loop. Good job. Anyways, it made me looking like what she was doing. It's giving me an idea on a new trick that I could train her would be to do a full loop around the perch like this. Anyways, sorry. My mind went somewhere else. Yeah, so Lucy, my Indian ringneck, she was a breeding bird that got rejected by the male. She was about 7 years old when I got her, and I didn't have much information besides, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to clean my floor after this for sure. Yeah, that's okay. And that she was completely untamed, and the breeder that sold her to me, whatever, he said that she was not to be handled at all. Oh, what are you doing? Come on, step up, baby. Okay. You want to try back? Good job. And when I got there to pick her up, she was like in a little presentation clear box cage type of for like little budgies, but it's an Indian ringneck, so she was like freaking out, trapped in that box. And then he opened the door and dumped her in a net, and then from the net that she was like freaking out and screaming. And by the way, I've never heard her scream that way ever again. So that was like a distressed screaming type of, because I've never heard that sound ever again after, and I had her for a year and a half. So and then he dumped her in a box, which was like the box that I would like bring her home with. And he said to me, maybe you want to buy a net, because if she escaped from her cage, you'll be able to get her that way. And I was like, yeah, no, that's not going to happen. I didn't say anything. I just wanted to get her out of there. So yeah, I never used a net, right? But having said that, she was in fight or flight response all the time. And I don't think she really flew in the past. I don't, like I said, I don't know anything about her. So I don't know if her wings were clipped or not, no idea, but she was fully flighted when I got her. But her ability to fly wasn't great. She was overweight, and she couldn't land properly on the perch either. And she couldn't fly long distance. So as soon as she was trying to fly, she was just crashing down. So her first response was to bite all the time. Oh, that's awesome. Come on. So as soon as I was getting close to her, she would bite me. So my first thing that I did with her, so for Lucy, it was basically a back off, you're in my space type of bite. And I started doing target training with her, and this is how she slowly got used to me. And we built our relationship from there. So I think I got bit twice by Lucy, and both times is actually because I wanted to test how close I could get my fingers to her to see how scared she was actually of my fingers in 2 different occasions after doing some trainings. So do you want a treat? Is that what you said? I don't have treats anymore. You got all the treats. Yes, you did eat all the treats. You want to bet? You got all the treats. I don't have treats anymore. You ate all of them. You want another kiss? You're so cute. Come on, step up. See how cute she is? And can you imagine, she's the one that actually bit me the most. Yeah. But it's been a while now, because I think I listen to her body language a little bit more. And then when she gets a little bit hyped up and crazy, that's another reason why birds sometimes will bite, and we don't understand why. When they're super hyped up and excited or in a heightened state of emotion, the flips can switch really fast to aggression, and they'll just bite out of nowhere. So it's really when your bird is very hyped and in a like, you know, in a high state of, in a heightened state of emotion, let's just say, just be careful. Because you never know when this is going to flip. So if you want to minimize the biting, also, one other thing that you probably want to do is try to keep your bird as calm as possible. Okay, you want to come here? Step up. Good job, baby. Good job. Because, yes, that can be a problem. Can be another reason why they bite. They're just too hyped up. Okay, so we are at the 30-minute mark. You have a little bit of lipstick on your beak, honey. So I'm going to end it there. I hope you enjoyed this live, and don't forget to subscribe. And then she's so cute right now. She's just scratching her head. You can't see her. Come here. Come here. No? Okay. Don't forget to subscribe. That way you can see the polls that I put up for the topic of your choice for our weekly live. It's always under the post tab, either on the Thursday or Friday that I put that up. And then on Saturday morning, every Saturday morning from 10 to 10:30, I go live. And I always schedule in advance that live as well. So you can on the thumbnail, there's a notification bell. Okay, did you see this? She was playing with my thumb and then she started to be hyped up and then she bit me. Not super hard, but it's like, that's what I meant by when they're in a high state, it can flip to aggression, which is biting really fast. And her body language is a little weird right now. Like, she's really hyped up. So I'm going to end it there before I get bit. Anyways, see you next week. Have a good week. Bye, everybody.